We're live in downtown Springfield right now with Democratic gubernatorial candidate Setti Warren and Northampton Mayor David Narkowitz. Setti Warren is going to announce a new proposal his campaign is going to focus on to help veterans and seniors. So, do you want to just take it up?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really proud to be here with Mayor Narkowitz of Northampton and Luke Tarby, who works with me and is also a federal veteran. Today, I'm announcing a proposal to create a Secretary of Veterans Affairs and Military Families, as well as a Secretary for Elder Affairs. Both of these are incredibly important to ensuring that veterans and military families are at the table at the highest level of government and making decisions that affect the entire Commonwealth. Seniors are one of the fastest growing populations in the Commonwealth. They need a seat at the table. I understand why the elevation and the creation of veterans and military families are so important in our state, because I'm a veteran and I'm also a part of a military family. My dad was a vet. I know how important it is when every decision that is made at the gubernatorial level is made with veterans and military families in mind. The same goes with seniors. As we approach Veterans Day, we're celebrating the 99th year of Veterans Day here in the Commonwealth. We should not only thank veterans for their service, but we should also ask veterans to contribute their knowledge, their background, to addressing some of the most serious, challenging issues in our state today. Economic inequality, as well as opioid addiction, are two rather large, substantive challenges we have in the Commonwealth, and our veterans have a lot to offer to address those issues, in addition to our seniors. So let's think about this as we go into Veterans Day, and being thankful for those who served before us, but also asking those to contribute with a wealth of resource right here in our Commonwealth to make us stronger. Thank you. I'm happy to take any questions you have.
Mayor, why do you think this position hasn't been created before? Is it something that previous administrations have looked at and decided not to pursue, or has there been a reason why this isn't in place currently?
Well, first off, one of the great things about Massachusetts is that we have a strength in providing services for veterans in comparison to other states around the country. We're one of the national leaders. I want to build on our strength. Currently, Veterans Affairs is located within Health and Human Services, and so is Elder Affairs. So the Secretary of Health and Human Services, who has vast responsibilities, are addressing all of the issues of Veterans Affairs, as well as senior affairs here in our state. My proposal would elevate Veterans Affairs and include military families so that they are at the table at the gubernatorial level in decision making to affect the entire Commonwealth, and the same with Elder Affairs and seniors. So I believe this is a strong proposal. Of course, after we would work with the legislature to do it, if I'm able to become governor, so that, as I said, we not only have those issues of veterans, military families, and seniors at the gubernatorial level, but we also are getting both of those incredibly valuable groups to contribute to making the Commonwealth stronger.
And why come out to Springfield to announce this proposal?
Well, one of the things about Springfield and Western Massachusetts is the great deep history of veterans right here in this community, out here in Western Massachusetts. And as we get closer to Veterans Day, I believe and thought it was very important to highlight veterans and military families at this moment as we celebrate Veterans Day.
Do you have any plans to look at issues like things that have come up over at the Holyoke Soldiers Home regarding falls and staffing issues that have led veterans over there to, receive injuries and just other issues like that?
We do. I mean, one of the things I know currently as a chief executive, and having my veterans service officer and senior director of seniors at the senior department head level, they're with me on a monthly basis, daily basis, and making decisions regarding the entire city and making sure we have the right outcomes at the most senior level of government. One of the things I know with this elevation and creation of both these positions, we will not only pay attention to these issues, but find solutions faster and more effectively.
Do you have an idea of how much it would cost to create this position And do you have a plan of attack on the issues that this position would look at first and foremost?
Well, I know there will be a modest increase in expense in the creation of these positions, but I also know that elevating them will have a great effect on the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And in addition to that, the contributions that can be made by our veterans and seniors will be invaluable in making the Commonwealth stronger.
But you don't have a specific dollar amount that you would...
We believe that between $1 and $2 million, the creation of these positions would include that amount, roughly that amount, that range. But we also know over the next several months or so, we'll be looking into and listening with the elevation of this position, what kind of contributions veterans can make, military families can make, as well as seniors can make to make the Commonwealth stronger. And we also will be looking at some specific policy areas as we elevate, with this proposal of elevating the 2 cabinet secretaries.
All right. And then Mayor Narkowitz, do you want to just comment on why you decided to join Mayor Warren out here today for this announcement?
Well, I'm a supporter of Mayor Warren. I'm also a fellow veteran, and I appreciate him bringing this idea forward as one of his proposals. Like Mayor Warren, my Director of Veterans Services and my Senior Services Director report directly to me. These are really important issues in our community to really important populations. Northampton has one of the largest veteran populations in Massachusetts because we're home to a VA medical hospital, so we serve more veterans per capita than any other community in Massachusetts. So these are important issues, and they deserve to have the direct attention of the governor, and they deserve to have a secretary who's reporting directly to the governor and is directly accountable to the governor on these critical issues.
Are there specific issues coming out of the Northampton VA Medical Center that you would like to see addressed, whether it's opioid addiction, suicide, issues like that?
You know, we work really closely with our federal partners at the VA and have a really good relationship with them and some of the other organizations. But certainly the opioid crisis has definitely touched many veterans' lives, and so that's clearly, as we look at that, that's a really important focus to be part of our overall strategy with addressing opioids. So to the extent that the Secretary of Veterans Affairs and Military Families is focused on that issue, like the governor, that's really critical.
And Mayor Warren, you mentioned that this person would oversee veterans and issues affecting elder affairs. Are any of these duties already being done by other people in the state government? And
military families. One of the new components I'm adding is military families to Veterans Affairs. So right now, the way it is structured currently, the Secretary of Veterans Affairs is under Health and Human Services Cabinet Secretary as well as Elder Affairs. My proposal would create new cabinet positions that report directly to the governor: Veterans Affairs and Military Families, and Elder Affairs directly to the governor, so that they have a seat at the table and are held accountable to making sure that we're delivering the right kind of services we need to.
All right, great, thanks.